Miss Megan here with Land to Learn, and today we are going to be checking out lettuce. Lettuce is a really tasty vegetable that can come in so many different varieties that can be used for so many different delicious recipes. So today we're going to check out the lettuce I have growing here in my backyard garden. We're going to take a look at Common Ground Farm and see what they do with their lettuce plants, and we will also take a look at one of my favorite dressing recipes for a tasty lemon salad dressing. Let's get started. June's vegetable of the month is lettuce. Different types of lettuce varieties are harvested in different ways. The first way is by growing a head of lettuce, like the lettuce pictured here. This is romaine lettuce, and it grows where the leaves get tightly packed, and you wait until the whole plant looks like it's ready and big and the leaves are long, and then you cut the whole plant, just like these ones shown here. That is called a heading lettuce, or a lettuce that forms a head, a full chunk of leaves that all get harvested at once. Here is a heading lettuce that I have in my garden. It's called Ithaca lettuce. Does this lettuce, these little green leaves here, look like they're ready to be harvested? Nope. These plants are still much too small. Remember, heading lettuce, you harvest the whole plant once the leaves have gotten as big as they're going to grow. The other style of lettuce is loose leaf lettuce. These are lettuce varieties where you can take a leaf at a time or a few leaves at a time as the plant is growing. You continually harvest and it keeps growing throughout the season. This Merlot lettuce is a loose leaf lettuce variety. So I can actually harvest a leaf even when they're pretty small and take it to eat. All you have to do to harvest and eat a leaf is to either use a tool or just your fingernail to pinch the leaf that you want. And that plant will keep growing.
Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Katie from Common Ground Farm. So this is a container of lettuce seed. This variety is called red butter. Lettuce grows in a number of leaf shapes and colors. And so this one is a smooth leaf shape with a red color. And this is what the seed looks like. These are actually pelleted seeds. So this is a little clay coating surrounding one singular lettuce seed. And we buy the pelleted seed because lettuce seeds are very, very small and difficult to pick up individually, but we want every cell in our seed tray to just have one plant. So we buy this pelleted seed to ensure that each cell only has one seed. Here we have some newly germinated lettuce. And it is, as you can see, it's a very small plant when it first germinates. It's just got these two little leaves, and that is known as the cotyledon. They are false leaves, they're not true leaves that the plant puts out initially to engage in photosynthesis until it's able to produce true leaves. So the cotyledon is actually the two sides of the seed that emerges first. Here you can see some slightly larger lettuce plants, and this is the red butter variety, which is the seed we were just looking at. So you can see they've got this really beautiful deep red color and this lovely smooth leaf shape. And then here we have some other varieties. This one is a green oak leaf. This one is called Green Sweet Crisp, and you can see it has more of a frilly leaf shape. And this one is the red sweet crisp, so it's the red color with the frilly leaf shape. So I'm out in our fields with our first lettuce planting. You can see it right here in the ground, and this was seeded mid-March and it is now mid-May, so it took about 2 months for it to get this big.
Wow, that lettuce took 2 months to grow? Thank you, Farmer Katie, for your patience and for providing our community with delicious food to eat. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make a super simple and easy salad dressing. It only requires 5 ingredients. For this tasty lemon dressing, you will need lemon, olive oil, honey, parsley, and salt. For equipment, you'll need a sharp knife, measuring spoons, a liquid measuring cup or a jar that has measurement lines, a whisk, and a citrus squeezer. So once you have all of your ingredients collected, the first trick I want to share with you is how to measure liquid ingredients, especially when you're doing salad dressing. If you want to save yourself some cleanup, you can use a jar to measure, especially certain brands. They have measurement lines right along the side. So instead of getting measuring cups dirty and dumping it into a jar at the end, I'm just going to do all my measurements right into here. So the first thing we need is a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm going to double this recipe because I want to have a bunch of salad dressing to use throughout the week. So I'm going to do a 1/2 cup of olive oil, and the 1/2 cup line is right here. And I'm just going to pour until we get to that spot. Again, you can use classic ways of measuring. You can use a liquid measuring cup to help you with this. But because I'm going to end up putting it in a jar anyway, I'd rather save myself that cleanup, especially when it comes to things like oil, which are a real pain to clean out. You just pour it right into your measuring cup. Next up, we add the lemon. So first, I'm going to kind of squeeze my lemon and roll it around under my hands. That just kind of gets it to start releasing the juices and will make it a little bit easier to squeeze. Next, I'm going to use my sharp knife very carefully, keeping my hand out of the way, to cut it in half. And now all we need to do is get the juices from this lemon into our jar. There's a few different ways to do that. I'm going to use a citrus squeezer, but you can also do it by hand and just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as hard as you can until it feels like you've got it all. And again, since I'm doubling this recipe, I'm going to do the full lemon. Oh yeah, that already smells so good. Before we keep going with our recipe, I wanted to teach you a little chef trick. A lot of the times, we get our herbs, like parsley, from the store. When we buy our things from the store and then bring them home, put them in our refrigerators, they don't usually last very long. And usually when I buy parsley, it comes with a lot of parsley and I only need a little bit for a recipe. Like this recipe, you only need 5 sprigs. I'm gonna double it. Wait a minute, if I'm doubling it, how many do I need? 10. I need 10 sprigs of parsley. But still, the bunch comes with a lot. So to save your leftover herbs, you can make them last longer if you cut the bottoms off and put them in a cup of water. The first thing you're going to do with your parsley is you want to separate the leaves from the stem. It's okay if there's a little bit of stem included. It won't hurt you and it tastes delicious. Once you have all your leaves removed from your stems, you're gonna, again, watch out for your hands. You're gonna go through and chop it up. And you can see I'm moving my knife all along the pile. Once in a while, I scooch the pile back together and I continue until the pieces are small enough that they will mix easily into the dressing. The size that you cut them really doesn't matter. It's really up to how you like it. If you don't like big pieces of parsley, then keep chopping until it's really small. If you don't mind, that looks good to me. I've got a couple big pieces, a couple small pieces. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to add this all to my jar. Next, I am going to measure out our salt. For salt, it calls for half a teaspoon. Again, since I'm doubling it, I'm going to use 1 full-size teaspoon. And whenever you're measuring dry ingredients, you want to do it slowly, and you'll notice I'm not measuring it over here because if I accidentally spill, I don't want it to be too salty. So you always pour it in a separate area so that you put the exact amount into the dressing. 1 teaspoon. Last but not least, we need our honey. Now, some honey is really easy to get out of the jar because you just squeeze the bottle. My honey is a little bit trickier. So what I did is I put it in the microwave for 15 seconds, and that was just enough to kind of loosen it up so that I can easily pour it out into my measuring spoons. Now this recipe calls for 1.5 tablespoons of honey, but I'm going to double it, which means I need 3 tablespoons of honey. 1, 2, 3. And usually when I'm done measuring something kind of sticky, I'll use the measuring spoon to give it a quick stir just to get some of that extra honey into the jar. Now that we've added all of our ingredients for our salad dressing to either a bowl or in my case a jar, now all we have left to do is mix it up. You can use a whisk to help you mix, especially if you have it in a bowl. You just mix it up using your whisk. Because I used a jar, I have an even easier way to mix it. I just put the lid on the jar, and then all I have to do is give it a hearty shake. And this is something that's really fun to do at home. You want to make sure you're shaking it safely, so if it feels slippery, use 2 hands. But you just keep shaking and shaking and shaking until it's all mixed together. Now, it's all ready to put onto your salad. Now that our salad dressing is done, we just have to make this salad. Now, the cool thing about salad is it can be anything you want, right? Our main ingredient is going to be whatever lettuce you have. I can't use my lettuce that's in my garden yet. I have to give it a bit more time to grow, but I have lettuce from the grocery store that I can use. Now, if you're using lettuce from the grocery store or really from anywhere, it's always good practice to rinse it first. Give it a quick wash. I already did that for mine, so we're good to go. And you just add however much lettuce you want, depending on how many people are eating salad. And then, of course, the toppings are entirely up to you and what you have and what you like to eat. So in my fridge right now, I have a ton of carrots, so I'm going to add some carrot to my salad. I found some broccoli crowns, which I'm excited about. I forgot I had those, so I'm going to add those to my salad. And I found that I have this whole thing of sunflower seeds, so I'm going to add some sunflower seeds to give my salad a little bit of crunch. But you can add whatever you have in your refrigerator. Even fruit like strawberries, peaches will taste really delicious in this salad. Whatever you have on hand and whatever you like to eat is how you can create your perfect salad. Once you have all of your ingredients added, you just want to give your dressing one final shake, and then you can add it on top right before you're ready to serve it, and enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today to learn all about lettuce, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.